Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Brady Beers of Grosse Pointe North Football. How's it going?
Oh man, thanks for having me. It's going good.
So kind of just talk about getting ready. I know you've had quite the year with football, basketball, and baseball, and then it starts all over again. So just talk about how exciting it is to start another season.
Yeah, it's my last go around with high school sports, so I hope all this hard work pays off and I'm ready to lead my teams as best as I can and just hope for a great season.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So kind of talk about like what your summer was like for you.
Yeah, so I played my last year of travel baseball, but most importantly, I just want to make sure my football team's ready, being a leader, especially for the linemen. I want to make sure we had everybody out working hard all summer so we can reach our potential and be the best we can.
So what did you basically what did you work on in this season? I know obviously, with travel baseball and stuff, that's I know that's what you were doing all summer, but kind of what specifically are you focusing on this football season?
Yeah, so I've gained a lot of weight since my freshman year to play on the line, and I was just mainly focusing about getting bigger and getting a lot stronger, put a lot of hours in the weight room, and hopefully it'll pay off on the field.
Yeah. So, talk about just like, having the season that you guys did last year. What did that do, heading into this year?
Yeah, it set the bar high from like past years, and then now it's set a new standard from where we know that we should be and feel that we should be for the next years to come. And we had great leaders last year, so hopefully we can follow in their footsteps and be the best we can.
Yeah, I know I just had one of your teammates on the line on here. So what's it like to have everybody coming back on the line?
Yeah, it's great because we've built a lot of chemistry and we all have a lot of fun. We've got a good line coach and competing all summer at the OTAs and at the lineman challenges. It's good to all come together and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, and also I know I asked Matthew this when he came on. Of course Ryan's back again at QB. What was that like to have him back as well?
Yeah, Ryan's a great friend of mine, so it's great to like obviously block for him, but it's good to have him back on the field because he stepped up real big last year, and then we're all expecting and knowing he can this year again as well.
I know that this season's full of, surprises and stuff. And the first 2 weeks is only like, here and there. It's like the first 2 weeks of the season, you're just kind of playing against yourself and getting ready to go. But and learning all the plays and all that stuff. And what do you want to see out of everybody in these first 2 weeks, and including yourself?
I just want to see my guys compete as much as we can. If we face adversity, I want to be able to bounce back from it and all come together and just compete out on the field, work hard, and just be a dog out there.
Yeah, for sure. To know that it is your last go around and stuff, is it going to be sentimental going tomorrow? It's like, this is the last time I'm gonna do.
Yeah, a little bit. I just want to like leave a mark on the team for my underclassmen and my juniors. Just make sure that obviously we're ready for this season, but I want to make sure everybody's ready for their futures as well as I am.
Yeah, I know that you're going from sport to sport. What is that like for you?
It's fun. I love being busy. I love the practices after school every day. And like, it's just me and my friends hanging out at practice, always having a good time, but most importantly, working hard. So it translates to the other seasons and other sports.
All right, all right, Brady. Let's get to know you a little bit. How about that?
How about it?
Okay, so we did this with Ryan, and we did this with a lot of people earlier. It is the famous 10 burning question. So basically, it's the same I've asked everybody that I've done for this year. And we did it last year with success. So here we go. Um, so number one, and how do you mentally prepare for a game?
Yeah. So it starts in the locker room for a home game. I'll get my stuff ready, ready to head out to the field. I'll have fun and socialize in the locker room, but then when it gets out to the field, I start to dial it in, get more serious. I'll put my headphones in, listen to some music, and then right before we take the field, I'll say a little prayer because I am a man of God.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well are you at responding to text messages?
It depends who texts me. I'm pretty good for the most part. I'd say probably about a 7 or an 8.
Okay. Okay, so let's just say someone from Grosse Pointe came to you and said, "We'd like you to pick a new restaurant for the town." What do you think you want? What do you think you would pick?
Ah, I feel like the generic answer would be a Chick-fil-A, but I do love Italian food or pasta. So there's a good restaurant uh, in Lansing. It's called Uccello's. It's
Yeah.
got good pasta, and I would definitely put one of those. And I love pasta and Italian food.
Okay. Speaking of food, what is your pregame meal before a game?
The last season, since football is in the fall, I would have a donut before every game because I would come home from lunch and I would always have a donut. And it started the first couple weeks, and then it just became like a thing I kept doing. And then after school, maybe I would have some Chipotle and a protein bar on my way to the field.
Okay. So, oh, what do you do to make yourself feel better if you're having a bad day?
Uh, well, it's always important to talk to someone, but also I like to pray a lot, pray about things that are going on in my life, and that'll make me feel better, knowing that God's always listening and always helping me.
All right. Um, how much do you remember about past seasons of football or any other sport?
Uh, pretty good with memory. I remember like the key moments to some of my most recent seasons, but I can't say I remember everything all the way back to Little League.
Okay. Um, okay, so this is the most interesting question on here. Rank your top 5 fast food restaurants. Okay, so here's how this works. You can
Okay.
choose from any restaurant you want, like you got your basic ones like your McDonald's, your Burger Kings, and all that. And then you have your
Hmm.
premium fast food categories. So that's like your Qdobas, your Chipotles, and all that fun stuff. And then
Okay.
restaurants count too. So I know that Grosse Pointe North let you go off campus sometimes. So
Right.
so okay. So and then of course one being it is my favorite, and then 5 it being it's still my favorite, but there's 4 ahead of it.
Okay. So easily number one, I gotta go Chipotle. I'm a very loyal Chipotle fan.
Okay.
Always have been, and probably always will be.
Okay.
Uh, number two, Estia. It's over by my house on Mac. It's kind of the same concept as Chipotle, but like Greek food, and I love that. I love chicken and rice.
Mhm.
Number three, Jersey Mike's. I
Okay.
love good sub, and I think Jersey
Nice.
Mike's is my favorite sub place.
Yeah.
Let's see. Number four, DWC, Detroit Wing Company.
Okay.
I love wings.
All right.
And number five, to wrap it out, I'd say either Shake Shack or Chipotle. I love a good shake, and I also love chicken or burger.
You said Chipotle at 1, so Shake Shack would be at 5.
Or Chick-fil-A, excuse me.
Okay. All right. So all right. Next question. What is a song that you know every word to without looking?
One Dance by Drake. I love Drake.
Nice. All
Yeah.
right. And last one is if you could say something to your younger self, something you know now but didn't know then, what would it be?
Don't take things for granted. Everybody's ready for high school and everything, but it honestly goes by so fast. You just gotta take it all in and make the most of it and enjoy it while you're there.
All right. All right. Sounds good, man. Well, Brady, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck.
Thanks for having me. Thank you. Appreciate it.